So here we are. It's a Powerful Truth Angels. Matty is here in my house. We're continuing on. We're mid-pandemic. I had questions I wanted to ask before we started the show because I want to know about how are we dealing with the continuation of the show? When are these going to air? Are these going to come in the middle of the pre-recorded shows that we're still rolling with? I think they should. But Matty doesn't want to have a meeting before the show because Matty is Mr. Rock and Roll. Let's go. Let's go. Because of that stupid fucking attitude and no idea of any kind of a pre-production behind anything, because everything just has to feed the fucking baby now. I need my rattle. Matty's got to eat. Now we fucked the whole thing off. This is happening in my house.
There's nothing. It's the exact same. People at home are going to be like, oh, it's next week's episode. They don't know what mind space we're in. They don't know. Everyone's going to pay. They don't know that. They're fucking in the mind space. They don't know what we're trying to do, how we're trying to bring life to the pod.
I'm still
putting everything, every ounce of Matty into the pod.
Except for the promotion of the pod. You don't want to promote it, which is great.
Promote the fucking pod.
Bullshit!
Everyone watching the pod, guess what? We got a podcast.
That's not how you promote
we have a podcast.
You don't show the trailer for the movie in the movie, you fucking dildo. You tell everyone about it for weeks and weeks and months before. You know, you fucking talk about carrots. No, you don't. Lisa posts for you once a week, and it's the most bland, no personality.
That comes
fucking.
From my
it's
heart.
like
read the last one.
It's like, hey, this is Matty, guys. All caps. Watch my pod, maybe, and then you're fucking talking about carrots for 4 weeks. It's insane. Come on, throw me a bone here. We're in my house.
I'm trying to help.
You're not trying. You're doing the bare minimum because the checks aren't hitting. You're only paying attention to the things that are giving you the most money right now. You want to have the meeting in the show.
Money? Me putting carrots in the ground, putting seeds. That's not giving me money. I'm putting a lot of money.
Okay, then give us some fucking.
Literally moving dirt around.
They give us some attention.
Everybody, please welcome to the Powerful Truth Angels, the greatest food podcast in the world. We're going to have so much content coming out, guys, really shortly. I'm going to be growing some vegetables, cabbage, carrots, celery, leeks,
stop talking
kale,
about
turnips, kohlrabi. And we're going to be turning this whole podcast into kind of what all the different projects that I'm doing. So this is going to just be a recap of all the other things that I'm posting about. And I think I just might change this format maybe just to promote the other things I'm doing.
Hey, as long as you promote something, that'd be great.
I promote everyone. How am I not promoting?
You fucking spend more time. You spend more time talking about butter than you talk about this podcast, which is a goddamn major undertaking. Every fucking week we got to put this shit out. You don't fucking push it.
Everybody,
push the pod.
Make sure we like, subscribe, share.
That's not when you do it. I'm talking about on Instagram, you fucking empty vase. You don't promote on the show.
Right now, this is a promotional video for Powerful Truth Angels.
This is not a promotional video for Powerful Truth Angels. This is the show.
This is a video commercial. That's what you wanted in the meeting. You wanted to do a commercial for Powerful Truth Angels. That was in your agenda.
No, I want you to get on your fucking Instagram that has 700-800K followers and get on your stories and talk about this thing like you actually give a shit and not like it's something you wipe your ass with.
Everyone
and that you don't care about.
I think a lot of people, maybe you're just seeing a different side of it. I'm seeing a lot of really nice stuff about it. A lot of good reviews, a lot of articles, a lot of good stuff about Powerful Truth Angels.
I don't see you pushing it on it. I don't see you pushing it on the pod.
I put a bunch of there was a story the other day. I think it was the Washington State Guardian. What's the Post? Washington Post? Washington Post wrote about Powerful Truth Angels, and I think that was a big, notch in my hat. I don't know, maybe you don't kind of good PR.
The Washington Post did an article on the Powerful Truth Angels, and I didn't know about it, is what you're telling me?
Yeah, they said that they broke the case on Elon's baby's real name.
Oh, okay. So you're just spinning out right now.
Matty, you actually thought the Washington Post wrote about our podcast?
No, I thought maybe some sort of sub-level internet thing that had the word Washington in it maybe said something to you about your fucking dumb steaks.
Do you have Google
and
Alert
maybe
for
like
Powerful
on
Truth
some level.
Angels?
Yeah, of course I do. Do you? Do
you
you know
have
how
Google Alert for Powerful
I-
Truth Angels?
I said yes, of course I do. I said, do you? And you said, do you? Do you know how Google Alert works?
I have
you ever
Google
been
Alert,
on Google?
Powerful Truth Angels.
Have you ever
Google Alert.
Oh my God, his insanity. Welcome back to Powerful Truth Angels. We're in the mix. It's quarantine season 6. We're gonna fuck you up. I'm here with my buddy Matty. He's live in the house. Matty, right now, I want to just for the sake of, to represent the power of what's happening right now, I'd like to put another little Matty in my hand. Right here. Talk, Matty.
Hey everybody, I'm Maddie, and I'd like everyone to watch Powerful Truth Angels. We got up-to-date stuff with what's going on in the world. Is it real? Is it not? We're coming with straight facts. Is Epstein alive?
And then I'm just gonna,
I really think
and then
so.
it's just over. I'm crushing you. Magic.
No, don't crush me.
It's magic.
Why would
I
you
crushed
crush
you.
me? See, let me crush
Listen.
him. Crush him.
No, you can't. You don't have the power. You can't do it. You can't do it. That's
me crushing him. Jason, make me crush Two-Tone.
He can't. You don't have the magic. The magic's on my side of the fence, fucko.
Oh my God. There's a giant beetle
Maddie,
on my hat. Look at this beetle.
He just left the frame.
Can we see
Eat
the
it,
beetle?
Maddie. Eat the beetle, Maddie. Do it for the shot. Do it for clout. Eat the beetle. No!
Oh my God,
Was it a June bug?
It was like a flying beetle.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's get to work. Maddie.
Yes, Alex Erdman.
We're back. We got no hair and makeup. I don't know how I'm going to get through this.
I love everyone. I love the support that you get for constantly having your grooms, constantly getting what needs to be done. And the one thing I do want to say, I want to acknowledge, I miss Christina. She's lovely. But me and you have beautiful hair. We have beautiful hair. And the pandemic has brought a beautiful, your hair is gorgeous. I have gorgeous hair. I really, that's something that, me and you may not agree on a lot of things, but we have great hair, both of us.
Well, listen, I'm going to say this. Having good hair, right, is something that I appreciate and I'm very grateful for.
Yeah, me too.
I actually am grateful. I'm grateful because some people have shitty, stringy, balding hair, some men, and that's a tough lot. That's a tough cross to bear. I got a full head of hair, if nothing else.
I got beautiful full head of hair. Every grandfather on my both sides of my family have beautiful hair. Everyone has beautiful flowing. When I used to have hair down to my nipples.
Yeah.
And it used to be like when I would wash it, it looked like it was like a Clydesdale. I was like a pony, and I would wash it and I would condition it and I would comb it straight. And it would look like I would walk down the street and it would be like, Maddie, great hair, beautiful, Maddie, what do you got over there? Are you a Clydesdale's tail? That's what they would do.
You are Clydesdales. I mean, I grew my hair long. I've grown it long a few times, and it looks fucking horrible when it gets really long. But
Is it really curly?
So
I feel like it's really curly.
It does all kinds of crazy shit, but it looks crazy because it's thick and it doesn't look good. I don't look good with long hair, but I love the way it feels. I love combing it and just just getting in the mirror and just making some shit happen.
You're supposed to comb it 100 times.
Yeah, you get addicted to having hair. And the thing with hair and people is you see like a homeless person with a full head of hair and it's like, what a waste because that dude's not doing shit with it. Or you see a homeless dude or no, I mean that full head of hair can go to a hardworking member of society, or you see a homeless dude.
Do you think hair spell stole somebody's
hair?
No,
or it's like seeing a homeless dude who's fucking ripped, right?
Aren't all Lex Luthor bad guy, like Jeff Bezos, all the richest white guys in the world are bald.
Or thinning. But then also you ever see a homeless guy who's ripped, you know, and you're just like, what a waste
Dude,
of abs.
Xanta in Toronto, we had this amazing guy, and we would call him Xanta, and he would wear a Santa hat all year round, never wear a t-shirt, and he would just do push-ups everywhere. And you just see Xanta, never bugged anybody, never did anything, and just ripped. And he would just be doing push-ups, shirt off, pair of jeans, a pair of boots, and a Santa hat. And he'd just be doing like pull-ups or push-ups everywhere around town. And you'd see him and he'd be like, Santa! And that is the motivation, you know?
And that guy was ripped?
Like, jacked. Like,
we had a guy like that called, he was like the Silver Lake Walker. And he was a doctor who would just walk around 24/7 around Silver Lake in just a little pair of shorts, nothing else. Tan like a motherfucker. He'd walk around, I think he'd walk around and read a newspaper. And he'd just walk up and down Silver Lake. He was fucking shredded. And they found him dead in a hot tub a couple years ago. I don't know why.
They found him dead in a hot tub.
Dead in a hot tub. Suspicious circumstances. Silver Lake.
Classic Silver Lake.
Los Feliz. Classic murder mystery shit. This is a murder pod. This is a poker pod. Speaking of, I watched the poker episode, not to like, you know, listen. The results are in. The bloom on the Matty rose has faded. They now see that you are a villain. I'm getting DMs from people who are like, listen, you should have hit him. You should have socked him in the head for what you did. The way that your gamesmanship and your unsportsmanlike motherfucking conduct in that episode is so mind-bogglingly off the motherfucking charts. People are DMing me saying, like, how are you still friends with him? Why didn't you hit him? And I said, you know what? There was a moment where I disconnected from my body. I was in the ether, and one wrong word, and then that would have been over the table.
Yeah, but the thing too, you didn't want to hit, you know, thunder and lightning. You didn't want this. You kept it in. You didn't want this.
If I'm at that place, there's no stopping me. There is nothing. I don't care.
The thing about it, let me tell everyone my perspective, okay? Because I was getting the opposite. I was getting two-tone. Has been mean to you for all these podcasts. He's always trying to bring you down, and finally I got to put you in your place. And do you know what the funniest thing too is? Like, no even jokes or anything. A lot of people are DMing me being like, "You really know how to play poker," and they think that like I totally like jacked you. Like they think that I completely like played you or whatever, like tricked you or whatever the fuck it is. Right. And I thought that was actually like genuinely funny because I was just like, I don't know how to, I'm just like an insane person. But the thing that, the sportsmanship, I've never won anything. I've never won a game of poker. I've never won a basketball game. I've never won a sporting event. I've never, you know, I've never won any. I think that was the first time I ever won. I apologize because you are one of my best friends and I love you dearly. And I do apologize for bringing you to a place of pain and anguish and fear and sadness. But you got to understand, maybe that was a capturing of me winning for the first time and I didn't even know what to do except berate you, which is not nice. It's not nice. But I don't even know if I've ever won. I don't have a trophy. I don't have a medal. I've never won any. I'm the most famous chef in the world, but it's like that's not a medal. That's not a trophy. I won. I never have won, you know?
Is that true? Is that a true, or are you just, if that's true,
dude, I've never won anything. I've never been student of the month. I've never been like fucking, I've never won anything.
Wait. No,
and the winner goes to
Wait, what am I,
Matty Matheson.
What am I talking? Okay, you're so full of shit. You've never won anything, but you've achieved a lot, and that's winning.
I've achieved everything by myself. I've never been validated. I've never been like, oh, I actually won something. I've been like, I've done a million things. I'm like, I'm the best. I'm number one. But it's still just like, I've never won a game. I've never won a game. Maybe that's the words. I've never won a game before. May it be backgammon, chess, checkers. I cannot literally remember a time when I've ever won something. So I think as a little boy, I've been beaten down by society for so long, and I've never won anything. And so all of a sudden, that anger of all those people that have beaten me,
Society has been restricting your chubby white body and just torturing you and not letting you be a chef. You had to fight. You're sitting there in a fucking $8,000 Amish hat talking about society hurting you. Listen to this. Listen to this. This is from APM 2 days ago. I used to be a huge Matty fan. Very disappointing. I'm with Two-Tone. I wouldn't be surprised if he never lets that guy in his house again. How disrespectful on so many levels. And he was not joking. Let me respond to
You're right.
APM. Dear
You're right.
APM, Matty's been getting crushed by society ever since his tiny birth as a little white cherub who fought so hard to be a chef because he just stumbled into chefdom. Been so hard that he told his fucking chef professor that he did a pound of coke, and his professor goes, "Oh, Matty, get back to work, old laddie." Like, it's been nothing but trials and fucking tribulations for this guy. It's been so hard. He's so bored that he's growing beets on his farm. He has a 16-acre farm, and his kid has a tiny Range Rover he drives around, and they just grow beets. He has 18 pizza shops and he starts doing a pop-up rib shop, and he can't even fucking push the podcast because it doesn't pay him enough money. What a pig. You fucking animal. Oh, society is pushing Matty.
I love you so much.
I love you. I love you. You know I love you.
I love you so much.
I love that
people. What? There's not any other motherfucker in the world that could say those things and make me happy. That like you saying those things. There's nothing better than being told exactly the truths. Those are the powerful truths that me and you have with each other, and that me and you can say to each other. And I think, what's happening? Are you okay?
Look who's here, Matty.
Whoa!
Come say hi. You don't have to get on camera, but just come say hi. You remember this?
Ella! Or who is that?
That's Ella. I swapped her out. That's Marcy.
No, I was like, I've never seen her wearing clothes, maybe, or something. I don't know.
What's he saying?
Oh yeah, she can't hear you. Never mind. Okay.
See ya. But you know, Two-Tone, that's the thing about friendship and the thing about life. A lot of people don't have true friends like me and you who can bring each other to the brink of wanting to literally, when I watch those clips and I see you and you're like, I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
And I get goosebumps. I got goosebumps because I'm like, I know that I got you to that moment. And even if you swung, I would have been like this. I would have been like this. And I would have been like, okay, chill out, Yeah. But that's friends. That is to get a fucking buddy to the point where he wants to fucking punch you in the face is the ultimate friendship. And then instantly, laugh. Like you've never laughed before, like little children.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's what the world needs. Like people need friendships like that. And that's what we have. I'm so grateful. We're so grateful for all of the things in our lives. We come from literally the mud, and still the love that you bring me is so monumental.
Thank you, Matty. That's really nice of you to say. And
so now say back
true.
To me. That's the part.
I can't do a spiel like that, but I will say that I do love you. And and it was I love that I got there. I love that I think it's great for the show that happened the way it did, because if I had beat you in poker, the whole time we were playing, I felt guilty. I was like, I'm just taking money from my friend. This is fucked up. He doesn't know what he's doing. It's like if we made a bet on like who can make a souffle, and and you just went mercilessly on your side of the fucking kitchen and I'm just dying, but you wouldn't give a shit. But I was so worried, and of course the tables turned, and I went on tilt, and I haven't recovered. Like when I watched that episode, I still felt everything that was happening. I was watching the game, and I'm yelling at Jason while I'm watching it, being like, I'm yelling at you to get to the next hand, because I'm watching the poker being played, and I'm like, stop telling the story. Like I want to see the next hand. And I was in the game, and then when I took that loss, when I took that beat, I was there again. I felt it, and it crushed me. And like, to be honest, like I haven't been able to play poker right this year, and it's not because of that. But it's a continuation of a run of just like I haven't been able to play good poker in fucking 4 months, and not that I was ever any good, because now really understanding how shitty I was at poker, I just got really, really lucky for a really long time. But I've had to even reassess the whole idea of whether or not I want to play poker.
Yeah. Did you finish that story?
Yeah, I went on a whole thing about how I've been sucking at poker and thinking of retiring. Not because of that show, but maybe.
Can we?
It's just,
Did we talk about what I actually did with the money, though? Did we ever talk about that?
No. What'd you do with the money?
What did I do with my money after I won $2,000?
Oh my God. Okay.
What the fuck did I do off camera?
Are you going to virtue signal right now? What did you do? Or did you buy something stupid?
What did I do with what did I do? You tell me, what did I do with the winnings from that poker game after gloating, after crushing your soul, making you want to hit me? What did I do off of camera? What did I do?
I don't think anyone, I think that, okay. I don't think we should get into what you did with the money.
You don't want to get into it? Okay.
You're trying to redeem yourself.
I'm not trying to redeem myself. You're trying to paint a picture like I'm a fucking monster.
No. Oh, look who actually. Hey, everybody. Matty just had a feeling. This is maybe a first in all the episodes of PTA.
Is that a feeling?
Maddie just got a feeling of remorse of being painted. Here's Maddie's greatest fear, everyone. The only fear that he has, this is something I've realized. The only fear that he doesn't have fear of hurting people. He doesn't have a fear of hurting anyone's feelings. His only fear is that he may be perceived as someone who is bad on any level. That's his only true fear. Because
that is not my fear.
That is your only fear.
I'm just saying. I have a lot of fears. I have a lot of fears.
That's your main. Let's talk about what are your fears.
I am who I am. If that's the worst that I am, then okay, I'll take that.
What are your fears?
What are my fears? I fear.
Yes.
I fear maybe getting like ticks. I don't want to get a tick bite.
Okay.
Is that not a good tick? That's not a good fear. That's
not a real deep fear. That's just like, yeah, I'm afraid of getting ticks too, Maddie. I'm afraid of getting bit by a rattlesnake when I hike, but not really.
I don't have any fears. Nobody wants to be perceived as a fucking asshole.
No. That's your only fear, is that you don't get perceived as an asshole.
You don't want to be perceived as an asshole.
I'm not too worried about people perceiving me as an asshole, because they already do on this show, because they think I'm torturing you. I like how they're going like, poor Maddie, that guy's so mean to him. This guy that they've never seen before in their lives is like being mean to the love of their lives. Like they love you so much, and they're like, who is this person who's mean to you?
I love it so much. I really love, because I love that so much that like people fucking, all these Matty fans watching my fucking stupid cooking videos, and then like where I'm like, this whole thing is like the funnest thing. Like me being like, hey everybody, this is how you make a cheeseburger. Like, sure, that's nice, and this is fun.
Yeah.
And it's how I've made my livelihood. But it's still like to have like a real look into like a real friendship and have a real, like a human
Right.
that isn't like, you're not like some celebrity. You're a fucking real dude doing awesome things. And it's just like you're a genuine, like one of the friends I love. And it's just like, I find it very funny, like people just being like, where's this guy coming from? I love that
Like,
people.
What's my pedigree? Like, why am I even sitting next to you?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is he? Is he Indian? Where is he? What's his ethnicity? I'm sure you get a lot of those guys on your thing.
Well,
like,
my
let's
fan
talk
base,
about his genetic
my
makeup.
fan base, they are who they are.
Your fan base is very Caucasian, right? It's very. They're just like they're a little uncomfortable, but they can't voice it. They're
Yeah.
like, what's his deal?
They're like, is he from Bangladesh? Where's he coming from? They're like, was he a dishwasher of yours?
Right. Is he Sri Lankan? Does he like bobs and vagines? Which he does.
His last name. What's his last name?
Let's not get into my last name. Do you want to talk about? Okay. Look, here's the thing. If we talk about what happened with the money that you won, it's gonna crush everyone that loves poker. Okay.
Yeah.
And we can do that, and I will do it to redeem you as if you want.
I just want people to see the full story. That's all.
Okay.
I like lifting the veil on society, man.
Okay.
And I think,
all right, let's do it. I'm gonna listen. Here's the deal. Here's the fucking deal. I'm embarrassed of this, but after Matty destroyed me on camera, like literally. I went through every range of emotion. I experienced it again when I watched it. He brutalized me. He taunted me for about 20 minutes, and he started getting personal. He started calling me a loser. He said you're a loser in every part of your life, which is like an inherent fear I have, which propels me to do things. Like I think one of the things in my gas tank is thinking I might be a loser, so I have to try harder. And then he got deep into he got it. He got in my head, imposter syndrome for sure. He got in my head. He got the wheels spinning. And I was really there, and it was real, and I didn't know this was going to happen because after the cameras turned off, he gave me the money back. And I took it like a big fat baby because, I said no like once.
You're like, no, I said, it's okay. And I was like, no, take it.
No, I said, no. You won fair and square. I don't want the money. And you said, take it. And maybe he said, take it twice. And I was like, I'm taking it. And you know what? It felt great. I loved having the money back. I gave the money back.
Because you know what? The win was the money. The win. Yeah. Once again, winning something. And I think I just honestly,
he gave it back.
That I'm thinking about it, is like, I've never felt that. And it turned me into, I don't like winning maybe, because it turned me into such a monster.
You're a monster.
I'm a monster.
And you were when you won. And then listen, at the end of the day, you're a sweetheart. You gave the money back. I took the fucking money back. I was
You took it back, Alex. You took it back.
I took it back. And you know what? It fixed it. It didn't, nothing hurt anymore when I got the money back because it felt like it didn't happen. And the pain went away. The pain went away. But I got to tell you, that the winning thing, like I was playing online poker, and it's a whole fucking thing that I'm having a problem with. And I played online with some friends that I'm playing with, and I basically, I just got sucked into playing online poker. This group of guys I know is playing Nate, who dealt.
Nate.
They're playing online poker. There's a chat. My girlfriend plays. They're playing from fucking morning to night. They're playing games like $25, $50 cash games. Like I'm talking like 12 in the morning when some people wake up to 10, 11, 12, 1 in the morning.
And they're just playing nonstop.
We're talking 7. They're playing nonstop. And like there was a week where I got sucked into playing, and I'm losing my fucking dick. Like I can't play. And the other day I was like, I'm taking a break. And
I don't think you're good at it.
Coming back from my hike. Maybe I'm not good at it. The other day I'm coming back from my hike, and I said to myself, the chat's lit up. My girlfriend's playing. I'm like, I'm gonna jump in too. You know, she's playing, they're playing. I'm gonna play. I was like, I'll play a $15 game. You know, like who gives a shit? It's $15. It's a tournament, right?
Yeah.
I get off my hike. I got my weight vest on. I get out of the car. I also have a phone call at noon. I get out of the car. I turn the game on. I turn the game on, right? And I start playing. And then I'm also trying to negotiate this phone call. And then I'm playing and I get a good hand and the app freezes, right? The app freezes in my good hand. And I'm also like, this has been built up because I haven't been playing well. And I'm fucking start yelling. I'm in the house. Now I'm here. She's in the other room. I'm in the back. I start yelling. I punch a door. I hang up on my accountant. I'm like, I gotta go. I was like, I'm yelling to him. I'm going, fuck. I gotta go. Then I get in the hand and I have a dumb. I go all because I'm totally fucking tilted. I have a pair of threes. I go all in the tournament against my girlfriend who's got like a pair of jacks or something, and she's like in the chat and she's like, I have to call this. She's being nice about it, and I go ahead, call it. She calls it. She takes all my money, and then I completely fucking detached from reality. I have to walk. I completely lost it. It's $15. Bear in mind, nothing. $15 fucking dollars. Okay, $15. I have to go walk around I walk around the back part of the house like 30 times. Right? I'm just walking around in circles and I know anything I say or do right now, I don't have an anger problem. I don't lose my temper ever. I've lost my temper in the poker game with you, and I lost my temper the other day here in the house. I was so livid. I was so hysterically angry that I didn't know if I wanted to go outside and drive my car directly into traffic or put my head through a window. So I walked around in circles and then I went and just laid on the floor in my bedroom. I just laid there and didn't move because I didn't want to say anything I said to anybody. It would have been the worst thing to say in the world. It would have been like, I'm breaking up with you, pack your shit, leave, or fuck the fucking planet, or like, I fucked your mom. Like this, it was just, my brain melted. And
how great is it being in that space? How great is it being in that chaos?
I hate it. Oh, I haven't played since because I'm like, I have to give it a rest because if I lost it over $15,
poker. You're a poker addict. And it became unmanageable.
And
it's so great. Laying on the floor, I have stress naps. I have like crazy.
Oh yeah.
Crazy stress naps where like if I have to do something, it's almost like a panic attack. Huh?
Yeah. You get that too? I didn't know that.
Oh, dude. I'm like. Okay, this is going to sound very pompous. The only time that I was on Seth Meyers. So I'm like, I got my cookbook out. I'm like, it's the first time ever I'm going to be on late night, fucking NBC with Seth Meyers fucking shit. I have my, manager's not there. I'm literally by myself. They have me roll up to NBC 3 hours before I even go on. And I'm by myself, sitting in a fucking room, about to go on national television on, the biggest thing of my life. Yeah. And I end up falling asleep after, I drink a bottle of water. You know when your hands are clammy, you drinking water, you piss, your dick has shrunk up, you're like, ah! I'm, pissing every 5 minutes. I have so much anxiety. I eat all of the chocolate in the gift bag. And I'm just I literally just pretty much have to do a breathing routine that I do when I'm super stressed. And I start doing this breathing routine and I put myself to bed and I get woken up 5 minutes before I go on. And then I go out and serve Seth Meyers raw cheeseburgers. And I was just
right.
But those anxieties, the anger, the amount of times that you don't even know what to do. And because of the work that we've done as addicts, recovering addicts, it's you can't fucking punch a hole in the wall anymore. You can't fucking act out. You have to restrain yourself and literally manually go through the steps instantly in your head. And it's just especially during this pandemic, how many waves of everything is over, everything is the worst. Yeah. It's crumbling. Oh, how many times has your world crumbled and instantly been rebuilt?
Bro.
And it's the most powerless the entire world's ever been.
Okay, listen. Two things. One is, I didn't know that you had that experience because I've had that. I've had that experience my whole life. It's like those fainting goats.
Oh,
you know,
dude.
like when they get so stressed out, they just go boop. They just fall over on the side, like, and I didn't even know what the fuck it was. I'm like, I feel tired right now. I never attach it to anything. I'm like, I just need a nap.
It's your body.
Like,
It's a defense mechanism.
It's like the worst. Like, guess what? Our fight or flight is fucked because it's not fight. It's fucking flight.
No,
and
it's like shut down.
Yeah. Someone just pulls a gun on you. You just start snoring. You're all.
But that's the thing. Isn't there like that Will Ferrell movie? What the fuck is that one movie where it's just like play dead? Like anything that happens to him, it was like there was some fucking movie, some comedy movie. And it was like the funniest thing ever. Like anything that happened to this one dude, he would just be like, and just like act like he was sleeping in any situation. It's very funny.
I don't know. It sounds familiar. But here's the other part about that. When the shit really hits the fan, I go into like there's like the mid-level shit that makes me sleepy. But if the shit really gets to like DEFCON, that's when I start going ham. I activate. But it has to get really scary.
I think that's most people when it's the build up. I think it's like the build up of all the little things make you have stress naps because all of a sudden it's the straw that breaks the camel's back, whatever that's saying. And then all of a sudden you're crushed by the stupidest little thing, but it's that week worth of shit. Because like even like me and Trish, we would be like every 10 days we would get into like an explosive argument. And it's just because we're in this pandemic, we're like all of a sudden we're in this thing, and within 10 days, then you make up. And then all of a sudden you make up, everything's nice for about 3 days, 4 days, you say something, you do something, you fucking forget to fill up the milk, or you fucking put the kid's diaper somewhere, or you know, whatever it is. Yeah. And then by that 10th day, it's back to being like, fuck! And you're so
peaked. It just builds up.
Because you're
it's like a volcano.
We're in a time where nobody knows what the fuck is going on. Literally nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows what's right, what's wrong. And all we're trying to do is figure it out. And that's why we're even trying to do this. We're trying to figure it out.
Like
Everyone is trying to figure it out.
Yeah, the meltdown I had over that $15 poker game was so far more about 10 other things, but that's the catalyst. And I haven't felt rage like that. Like this was so far past the poker game that you and I played. I haven't felt palpable rage. Like I'm talking like there was a window of a couple minutes where I was so fucking angry. Like I haven't been that angry. I can imagine.
I've seen a glimpse. I've seen a glimpse, and I can see how fragile.
And it had nothing.
How fragile you are.
I'm not fragile. I'm actually very resilient. There was another moment when this pandemic thing first broke, and I was going hiking with my buddy Solomon, Dylan, and Jane, and we're in the back of a car, and Dylan and Solomon were talking. This is when it just broke, right?
Yeah.
Dylan and Solomon were just going off about the pandemic. We're all in one car, so it was pre like anyone really doing anything yet. It was like when it just started happening. We weren't wearing masks. We're just talking about it. I'm panic buying food every chance I get. I'm buying cans. I'm going to fucking, I'm like, I was a little ahead of the curve, and we're talking about it. And Solomon is wildly neurotic, and he's like Solomon's kind of a brilliant dude who's just like ahead of every curve, and like, he was the first guy to tell me about Bitcoin and fidget spinners and all these things. And I look at him and he go, you got to look into Bitcoin. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And he goes, you got to get one of these fidget spinners. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then also like 6-8 months later, it's like he's early on shit. He knows what's going on. He's deep fucking subreddit, goddamn, I don't know what. Anyway, so we're in the back of the truck. Solomon and Dylan start going off. We're talking fucking heavy, neurotic, just fear, talking about, I mean, they were going back and forth so hard that all of a sudden I'm in the back of the car, and I just start sleeping. I just go to sleep because I couldn't handle the overload of information. And I hear Dylan and Jane talking, and they're going, is he asleep? They're like, is that a stress nap? Is he taking a stress nap? Like I literally just took like a 30 minutes stress nap in the back of the car. Like I couldn't handle it. I couldn't fucking handle it.
You broke down.
And then I broke down. And the other thing I did recently is I woke up listen, this weekend I bought a car. Okay.
What?
I bought a car.
You buy a new one?
Because I bought a newish car.
What'd you get?
And I got a 4Runner.
You got one?
I got a 4Runner.
Alex!
Now listen. Well, listen. Don't clap for me. Listen.
Your piece of shit caddy is the best, though.
I fucking love that caddy, man. I love that caddy.
Dude,
it's just like I can't fix
it's like something out of like if somebody made Beverly Hills Cop like 2012.
That caddy's listen, I've had 3 of those caddies. I love those caddies. I would keep driving those cars, but right now in the middle of what's going on in the world, like I can't be back and forth to the mechanic and like wondering if it's going to make it.
Yeah,
like
4Runner,
I need to
man.
be
You
able
gotta
to
get up
drive
in the hills.
I got to be able to drive to Canada to podcast, right? I'm going to drive up to your house one of these days.
Please come.
No, I'm actually going to come. Anyways, so we went to the dealership, Ella and I, right? We went to the dealership and, you know, we did that whole song and dance, right?
Yeah.
Where the dude's like, it's different. Like I've bought cars before with like perfect credit and been like rolled in there and like, you're the fucking, you put all the cards on the table. You're like, I'll take this. I'll have this. I'll put this much down. And these are my payments. Fuck off. Right. Well, things have switched up a little bit in the past few years in my, in that situation. And when I did this, it was like, we did a song and dance with these motherfuckers. Like they started with a price that was so high and I got them so low. Then they ran my report and it jumped up again. And then we got them low. We were there for probably 6 hours, literally walking out of the door, getting back in my car. Like the guy coming back, the guy holding my keys hostage. Like it was the most crazy used car dealership fucking like, hey, go talk to Dave in finance. Some guy named Dave who looks like he lives on a fucking jet ski. He's just got burnt red skin and like gelled back hair and covered in tats, and he's got a polo on. He's like, listen, man, it's Memorial Day weekend. Insurance rates, he goes, the APRs are really low. If you come back later, it's not going to be there. It's going to jump up. Like they're just fucking, it's like being stuck in a room with 6 liars lying to you nonstop, just lying and me going, hey, can you take this down? Can you bring this price down $300? And the guy runs in the other room and goes, let me check with someone. He just goes in the other room and fucking jerks off for 2 minutes, comes back, goes, okay, I got you down 150. I go, no, fuck you. He goes back. It's such a fuck show. Like they're such assholes when they have any leverage to stick it in you. Oh my God. Anyways.
That's why you can't have any leverage.
I bought the car, right? Because I was like, I need something reliable. I don't give a fuck about that. Like, I love the caddy. This thing like this truck I got, I don't care. Like, it has no personality.
You don't care about it anymore?
It's just, no,
you just got it. You've been talking about 4Runner forever.
I've been talking about a 4Runner because I know it'll last me forever. I don't think it's like, I'm not like stoked like, oh, this is a sick car. Like, I didn't get the car I wanted. I got the car.
You gotta put a roof rack on it. You got a roof rack?
Yeah, it has roll bars.
You gotta put a tent on it?
Go adventuring? I'll take it camping.
Are you gonna get a hashtag?
I'm gonna get a hashtag adventure two-tone. Yeah. living life on the edge. No, it's a fucking stock. It's a stock. Yeah, Big Sur all day. Look, it's a stock 4Runner, but I woke up the morning after I bought it in a fucking panic. Like I woke up and I was like, what did I do? Like I woke up like freaked out like I bought a Rolls Royce. You know what I mean? Like it's a manageable payment. It's not a big deal. But of course I woke up and I'm like 2 months from now, the world's gonna end. How am I gonna make my car payment? Huh? Yeah, exactly. Anyways, we get scared. We take naps. We overeat.
I love getting scared, taking a nap. You feel alive. But you know what's the best? When you wake up and it's actually gone. When the feeling, the fear, the anxiety, because sometimes you have the stress nap and you wake up and it's still fucking there, and then you got to go for another one. You got to try to do another one you got to exit out. Got to exit out. Yeah. So many stress naps, so little time.
If there can be a resolution, right? If there can be a resolution after the stress nap, that's tight. But if you're like, it depends what it's really about,
Oh, man.
Yeah, it'll come back, It's fucking stress. Fainting goats, man. Shit is no joke.
Are you taking notes?
Anyway, so...
Are you taking notes on stress? I've helped you with your stresses, though, right?
No, you've never helped me with my stress. I help myself.
I help you? What do you mean? I always talk to you about your stresses, and I'm always there to help you.
Okay, you fronted a couple meltdowns. When we went to that spicy chicken spot, I was in a bad place. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, my God. That's why you started the podcast with me.
When I paint transfer you.
Oh, I hate when you do that. Oh, Matty,
What
when
about
you do
friends
that
doing
shit,
that? How many people in the world have pain transferred? You know, you're stoked. You call somebody to be like stoked, and then they just destroy you and pain transfer and give you the anxiety, and then you take that and you're like, what happened? What happened?
when you pain transfer me, and I see it sometimes. Sometimes I'll pass it over to my girlfriend like in the morning. And I'm stressed. She's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I'm worried about this." And then I look at her, and it's in her face, and now she's worried. I'm like, "No, I didn't want to do that, But if I just say nothing's wrong and I shut up, it just keeps going.
Energy.
But you do it to me. When I call you and I'm in a good mood, and you're melting down about, like, let's say it's the podcast, and I'm like, I'm not going to do it. You're not going to do it to me. You're not going to do it to me. And if I stay on the phone, pain transfer. Now I'm melting down, and you get happy. When I start melting down, your face lights up. Like you just took a shit in my brain.
Minutes. If I talk about my problem for 5 minutes, I'm happy again. I'm like a puppy. I'm like a happy puppy.
Yeah, you're not neurotic.
If I'm crushed. It takes me like a good 5 minute convo with a friend, and I can pain transfer that safely away from me, and I can push that anxiety away. I can do that within like 5-10 minutes. I got to repeat myself a couple times on my frustrations and all that kind of stuff. But once I really get rid of that, it takes me about 5 minutes to kind of push that fear and push that anxiety onto my friends. And then I'm happy again, Take my shirt off, walk around the yard, eat a fucking zucchini.
Do you know you're doing it when you do it? Do you do it on purpose?
I don't do it on purpose. When I start ranting and talking to people about my problems, I fucking somehow make it their problems. Maybe I'm a bad person. I'm a parasite.
You're an energy
parasitical.
vampire.
I'm a parasitical
You're a psychic vampire. A psychic vampire.
I'm a psychic vampire. I want your feelings. I want your happiness. I'm giving you my sadness.
Yeah, you transfer. It's not a good bargain.
Is that not a good friendship?
Trade.
That's a good friendship, but people do that with other friendships. I don't know. If you guys in the comments section want to let us know last pain transfer you did to your best friend, let's hear your stories.
Like and subscribe. Hey guys,
smash that. If you guys want to like and subscribe, tell us about your last pain transfer to your best friend. We'll read them on next week's podcast. I want to hear about your best pain transfer.
Smash that pain transfer button. Like and subscribe.
Go down to the basement. Right. Tell us how much you fucking hate two-tone. Tell me how much you hate that I don't have a mustache anymore. You haven't even mentioned that.
I can't. What do you mean?
My mustache. I shaved my mustache.
You want to do this? You shaved the mustache like months ago. I mean, you've been talking about. You've been telling me about how great you look without a mustache for months. I mean, the mustache was pretty shitty. It looked like the end of a paintbrush just taped to your face. You got a wonderful little cherubic baby face. I mean, let it shine. Let that shit roll.
I look young.
Are you gonna get a haircut? You look
young.
No,
I'm not cutting my hair.
You know why you look young?
Why?
You know why you look young? I'll tell you why.
My pain transfers.
No. The fat pushes out all the wrinkles, and your skin is taut and expanded. It's true, because I've been fatter. And the more skinny you get, the more wrinkly you get.
Skin.
Yeah, because it's full of collagen, also known as fat.
No, where's the fat?
There's no fat. You're fat free.
I'm fat free. I'm fat free sour cream. I'm fat free sour cream.
So,
all right, on this week of Powerful Truth Angels.
Listen, I don't know if it's the content that they want. It's the content they got. We got real with it. We talked about a lot of feelings and emotions. Where are we at?
Two-Tone, you've been talking a lot on this podcast, I'll tell you that much. And I really enjoy it. Because I like hearing you talk.
Okay. Do I not talk?
No, I like hearing I always just feel like I'm always talking over you. And I really like that. I'm trying to let you get some breath in. I'm letting you try to tell your story. And I want the people to know about, we got to figure out what's going on under this fucking guy's fucking bird cage. What's going underneath in the fucking undercarriage. We gotta dive deeper.
You want to pop the hood on this motherfucker?
We're going to go under the hood on Two-Tone. We got into the anxiety naps. We got into he bought a Forerunner. Next week, we are going to start at, like, birth. We're going to take the fucking Two-Tone story because everyone's been dying. Everyone's been dying for this fucking story. Even me. I've been friends with this guy for 7 fucking years, and guess what? I don't know the real fucking Two-Tone story, you know? I don't know the real shit. And so what I want to do is I want to go deep on Two-Tone, Alex, Jamal Erdman the third, and we're taking him to the streets. We're going to go down the path, starting in Venice, born and raised, and everybody wants to know who's the guy that has been mean to Matty Matheson.
Okay. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, the next podcast is going to be we're figuring out where the treasure chest is. We're going to open up the treasure chest. We're going to start pulling out the goodies.
I'd like to defer that show. Like, can we talk about, Shih Tzus and
we talk about Shih Tzus? That's part of your makeup. That's part of your makeup. How is Omar? Wait a second. Hold on.
She's still alive.
Omar?
She's making it. Omar, where are you?
How is Omar doing during the pandemic?
Omar on camera?
Where is Omar? I want to talk to Omar. I want to see Omar. What percentage are we at? Where are we at on the barometer? How is Omar?
Jason's fetching Omar right now. I don't know what. Okay.
Oh, Omar.
He's carrying her very strangely. I don't want to touch.
Don't touch each other's skin. Don't touch each other's skin.
Omar.
I miss you, Omar. Hi, Omar.
Listen, Omar.
I genuinely miss Omar.
You do, really?
I think so. Well, not really, but I feel like I should enough that I feel it.
You feel like a person should miss a dog, and that's why you express that emotion.
Yeah.
Like a psychopath should say, a psychopath should love dogs and babies.
Yeah, like it clicked in. I was like, wait, you need to ask Two-Tone about his half-dead dog.
Right. And you knew I care, but you don't really give a shit. I'll have you know that I gave Omar a haircut the first time ever.
Yeah.
And I bought a pair of clippers. I shaved her body.
How'd it go?
I tried to cut her. It's okay. I cut her face hair. It's a mess. She looks insane. But we're all pushing through this whole pandemic thing, and
we're making good. We're making good. We're taking this situation and we're making it as good as we can.
We're making it as good as we can. We're doing the best. I feel like I don't want to buy things right now, but I bought something.
What'd you buy? What's the last thing you bought?
I bought a car.
Oh, okay.
But which is like I didn't want to, but whatever. What am I talking about? Who gives a shit? Listen,
nobody gives a shit. We're the Powerful Truth Angels. Next week we're gonna go a deep dive on who the fuck is Alex Erdman.
No, we're not.
The third. Oh yeah, we're going deep.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do the deep dive on.
We don't have to do that. One of our phones is ringing. I love you guys. On next week's episode, we're going to be probably just discussing different kinds of quails or different kinds of partridges or birds. Is it recording?
Most likely.
Oh.
Fowl?
I just got a phone call. Hey, record. Did it stop recording?
It's good.
It is recording.
Oh.
Powerful Truth Angels, the best podcast ever. I'm going to start promoting it.
The guy called back in. Listen.
Oh, he's going to push the podcast. He said that, everybody. But you understand that you don't push the podcast on the podcast. You push it off the podcast.
Oh, my God. Fuck off. Just cancel it.
He keeps going.
Fuck off, idiot.
Good call.
You put the phone on sleep, too, guys. You turn off the phone.
I know. We got to put it on airplane mode next time.
You're using the phone as a camera. You put it on airplane.
Everybody, here we're back. Good night, everybody.